Hey guys, your buddy Moo Juice Magic here. So, Rosanna Pansino, probably the Mr. Beast largest detractor on YouTube, aside from Dogpack404, has made it into my trending on Twitter, X, whatever, Elon. And for a strange reason. Has nothing to do with Mr. Beast. But let's watch the video together, shall we?
I'm gonna smoke my dead dad. Before he passed, he told me and
What? Normally you smoke someone before they're dead, and that's what causes it, but...
my mom what he would like us to do with his ashes.
For a second there, I thought she was going to say she was going to show us how to make a dead dad brisket. And I was just going to go, okay, well, long pork recipe. You do a lot of cooking on your channel, I think. So that might be a good way. I actually don't know if she does cooking, guys. I think that. And so I keep saying that. I don't actually know if she does. She seems like a very lovely young lady, minus the dead dad smoking.
And at first, my mom was a little bit hesitant because she thought this is kind of hippie. This is people are going to judge us.
That's hippie?
But as
Oh, yeah, no, we're
going to
judge you, for
and
sure.
it's been 5 years now. We just really think that it's the right time to do what Dad wanted and to honor him the way he wanted. So years ago, he told me and my mom that he would like us to take his ashes, mix it in with some soil, and grow a marijuana plant and smoke him.
Oh my god. There's a lot to unpack here. Her dad's dying wishes were to be mixed with his ashes mixed with soil and grow a pot plant so they could smoke him. Okay, look, you know you're not smoking him, right? Like, that's not what happens, guys. You're smoking stuff from at that point, most of the nutrients in the ashes are probably gone. I would think it takes a. I'd have to talk to the guy that runs the retort over at the cemetery, but I'm pretty sure as hot as it gets, there isn't a whole lot left in the ashes. Maybe a little bit of lye or whatever's in there, the stuff that breaks down things. But what a weird thing. Like that's. I don't know if that's weirder than the people that want to be like stuffed and taxidermied, because there are people that want that, which is, by the way, illegal, at least in California. Another question you get as a mortician was, can we get taxidermied? And unfortunately, no, we cannot taxidermy your loved one. So there are people that want to do weird things with their...
And I told you he was a rebel, and I
weirdo.
actually have footage of us
Not
doing
rebel.
this together.
So when you're smoking your dad's pole, Rosanna, you mean it in a different way. I'm actually less worried about it now that she has her dad's shaft in her mouth. It's in a different way. This is much more acceptable than what I would normally. The normal connotations would raise to mind when someone said they're going to put their dad in their mouth. Tastes like my childhood. Say it. It tastes like a dad joke.
Maybe one more for good measure.
Oh no, your dad wanted you to smoke the whole hemp plant. Okay. There's not a lot in this world that makes me short of words, speechless. Short of words. What a weird way to say speechless. But that's definitely up there. I am perplexed, folks. I've heard of people wanting to be sent into space, to have their bodies frozen, to be taxidermied. That was seriously things that I've had people bring up. There's one company that you can have your ashes turned into a plant, like a tree, into the dirt of a tree, so you can plant a tree in, and it comes up with your ashes and stuff. We actually, for the family dog, we have a tree that's been planted over where her grave was. A little different. But there is companies that do stuff like that. They'll take your ashes and mix it in with soil and put a tree in it, a little seedling, and you can grow a tree. We thought about doing that with a relative of ours that passed away as well. It just never doesn't happen yet. You can still do it. I mean, obviously, it's not like the ashes are going to expire. There's a company that turns ashes into jewelry. Locally, there's one that will even put your ashes in marbles of your loved one. So there's a lot of different ways to intern the deceased. Most commonly, it's like, spread the ashes somewhere, or keep it in an urn. But there was a movie, I can't remember what it was called, but the premise was these two guys, their buddy died, and they grew a pot plant with him, and that's how they got through college. Is their ghost of a buddy would come back in the smoke of the reefer, and I think it might have been called How High or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but they smoked their buddy's ashes, the pot from their buddy's ashes, and they were able to graduate college. So maybe she's onto something. Maybe that she'll be the next. This is her way to get on the algorithm to get the inspiration from her dad and all the secrets of the universe on how to be the best YouTuber ever. In the meantime, folks, what do you think? How would you like to be interned when you go? Let me know in the comments below. Try not to be too graphic, obviously, in the comments, because YouTube gets touchy about that. I personally think it's hilarious. I'm not trying to judge this chick too much, but this is a hilarious situation. I 100%, I never met her dad, but I would guess this is more likely a sarcastic thing that he said, or a joke. Or maybe he was super stoned and they took him seriously. He probably wanted to just be buried, but some people don't, I guess. I don't know. Maybe he did. Maybe this is exactly literally what he wanted. It doesn't make any sense at all that this is what he would want, because there's nothing to come of it. It doesn't bring you closer to that person. And what happens when that pot plant just stops fruiting or dies? Because that can happen. It's not like a tree. They don't live forever. I guess you could use the soil to grow another pot plant. Or what if that vase gets knocked over? I mean, there's a lot of ifs here. At least they didn't ask to be made into pot brownies and ingested. It is just still weird that she has her dead dad in her mouth. That's all I can say about it. Anyway, guys, I'm your buddy Moo Juice Magic. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. We're over 100. I'd like to get to 500 by the end of the year. That'd be dope. Well, by the end of next year. I'm not planning on this year. We got a month left. Almost 2 months left. But if we do, cool. If not, no biggie. All right. I love you in the face, and we'll talk to you later.